All right. So if you've been following us on Instagram.
No. What is up, YouTube?
Okay.
My name is Lydia.
What is up, YouTube?
And this is my husband, Dave. And this
It's the first time you ever called me your husband.
is our YouTube channel.
This is my YouTube channel.
Yeah. And this
Okay.
is possibly the only video that I will be a part of.
Okay.
Okay.
If you've been watching at all on my IG, you know that I've been kind of building up an announcement, and that's that we are moving. We're moving. It's crazy. But before we get into the where, why, how, what, when, a little bit of recap. We've been here since 2016. We moved here in 2016 for college. We got married last year. It's been good. Marriage has been so hard, but so worth it.
Oh my gosh.
I've been a full-time photographer since like 2019, and you've been busy.
Yes. I work for a nonprofit, and I have for 4 years, and then I have my own nonprofit consulting business as well.
You're probably wondering where we're moving. We are moving to, drumroll please,
Dee-da-da-da.
Central America, more specifically, Honduras. Sweet. So we're moving to Honduras, specifically the capital, which is Tegucigalpa. We're gonna also move to Guatemala, but that's also a small part of it. It's gonna be wild. I don't know any Spanish, and she knows way too much, which is funny because who looks like they'd know more Spanish? And within those months, we will be traveling around Central America as well, trying to see as much as possible. So next thing on my outline, why uprooting our life, LOL, 3 minutes. So why are we doing this? What's the reason as to why we're gonna do this? So we're both 24, newly married. We've been in Nashville for 6
years.
6 years or so.
Almost 7.
Almost 7 years. That's insane. We love it here. We love Nashville. We have a lot of good friends. We love the food. We live next to a really good coffee shop, which is more than I could ever ask for. But I think we love it a bit too much. We're getting a little bit comfortable, and we're just ready for something new. I'm gonna kind of try and pivot my business from weddings. Still doing weddings for sure, and that'd be a big part. But I also want to try and get into some more humanitarian work while I'm down there. Also start up this YouTube thing, as well as just kind of grow myself creatively and see what else is out there. Kind of get my hands dirty creatively and see what happens.
From a more practical side, like why Central America, why specifically Honduras, I fell in love with the people, with the language, with the culture, just with the country in the area as a whole, and have been back 10 times since and spent a total of a year collectively in Guatemala and Honduras over the last 10 years. And again, just fell in love with it. I work with immigrants and refugees. I teach English as a second language as a part of my job, and then the nonprofit that I work for serves mainly immigrants and refugees. So just speaking Spanish all day long, teaching English to adult language learners, immigrants and refugees. I have just felt such a passion and a love and a calling to work with and for that population. So just going back and perfecting my Spanish, really understanding the culture and the language and then the people, and kind of coming at it from a little bit the angle of wanting to work long term with immigrants and refugees in some capacity. Just kind of understanding what it takes to move to a brand new country alone, not knowing the language, not knowing how to open a bank account, how to get a car, how to rent an apartment, where to take language school, how to register your child for school, just all of these things that are just assumed that well, when you move to a new country, you don't. So kind of getting even just a little bit of a taste to be able to empathize with and understand just a little bit of what immigrants and refugees go through is really important to me in my just life and then in my career going forward to be able to help them best. So that's the practical side.
We have experienced this in the past, but big change and big risk like this and just doing something crazy always results in growth anyways. So this is just a big chance for us to grow in our marriage, in our careers, in our Spanish, in our
love for others,
and culinary experience and love for others.
Yeah. And like he said, growing in in our marriage and in just our understanding. But I think too, it's like understanding a different culture that I've learned and experienced is like invaluable. I mean, it is the coolest thing that I have ever experienced. And even when we went to Africa in December, only for a couple of weeks, getting just a taste of just a whole new culture and continent in that case,
being an outsider,
country, and being an outsider, it's just invaluable to me.
So how are we gonna make this happen? Like I mentioned earlier, we both have jobs. We can be flexible with location and everything. I'm only gonna be shooting a limited amount of weddings next year.
Here.
In the US, stateside. I wanna really be intentional with my time there, so I'm gonna limit the amount of time I'm working on that. So I think I'm only gonna be shooting weddings in May and October of next year. On top of shooting weddings back stateside, I'm also gonna try and shoot weddings down here in the US.
No.
In Honduras. On top of shooting weddings in the US next year, I'm also gonna try and target the kind of American market, getting married down in Central America. So whether it's Belize, Mexico, Guatemala, Chile, Central and South, anywhere around there, I'm gonna try and shoot weddings there. I think that'd be really fun, and it just offers a totally different look and feel compared to the weddings here in Nashville. You are looking at a few different jobs that might cover our living expenses and provide housing, but if that doesn't work out, we'll just rent a normal apartment, very similar to the one that we live in now.
And then for me, I'm going to continue my nonprofit consulting business there and the clients I have now. And then I think we're both just gonna kind of leave space for opportunities there, whether that be working for a nonprofit, whatever that might look like, just leaving space to have time to do kind of whatever opportunities are presented to us. I'm definitely talking to a couple different organizations right now about working for them. So we'll see. The part that, how are we going to sustain ourselves or make money or whatever will still be through what we're doing now, just a little bit more part-time, leaving space for the opportunities that might come there. And then in terms of our living situation, honestly, like Tegucigalpa is, it's not as developed for sure as like a Nashville or different big cities in the United States. But we really will be renting and living in a similar apartment to the one that we have right now in the city. They have awesome options, and we know a couple people there that live there that are helping us kind of navigate those. So we're planning on living in a 2-bedroom apartment right in the city of Tegucigalpa, so it's easy access to, grocery store, coffee shop, restaurants, different fun activities. In terms of our possessions, we are selling pretty much everything.
We're pretty much, we don't have much to begin with. We live in a 1-bedroom now, and that was really intentional because we didn't want to have a lot of stuff we needed to buy. So we're really just going to sell all of our furniture.
Cars.
We're going to sell both of our cars, which is crazy to think about. I'm gonna really minimalize my camera gear with what I bring down and everything, and kind of just focus on the idea of quality over quantity, and really just having it be as simple as possible. I don't want to wake up and have to decide like what pair of shoes I want to wear today. But yeah, it's gonna be really simplified. I'm really excited to kind of get away from the whole materialistic thing of the US. Not that it's a bad thing necessarily, but just kind of have that not be as important. Spanish. I don't know any Spanish. I know like hola and gracias. And like
we've got a long ways to go.
Yeah, we got a long ways to go. Guatemala has like really intensive Spanish schools, so we're gonna spend a month there and literally like 40 hours a week, right? Pretty much just learning Spanish. I won't come out fluent. She'll probably come out.
My goal is to come out fluent.
Yeah.
I'm like 80%, 75%.
Yeah, she'll probably come out fluent. I probably will come out being able to pronounce it a little better. Basically, it's gonna set us up to learn. It's gonna set me up to learn Spanish on a day-to-day basis. Kind of skip ahead a little bit with the basics. So we're gonna do that all of January, and the rest of 2023 we're gonna be doing Honduras / anywhere else in Central America we travel to. So it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah.
I'm gonna come home, like I was saying, in May and October. Besides that, we will be living abroad, which is crazy. I guess it wraps up. I'm gonna document this whole experience on YouTube. That's gonna be my goal next year, is to kind of focus on this a bit more, get better at making videos and storytelling. And if no one ever watches these, we'll have them to look back on, which is gonna be really cool. We're still planning a lot of this, like we were saying. We're still leaving space with what we want to do and everything. And just a lot of the job opportunities we won't know until later this year. That all said, I am only taking on, like I was saying, 8 weddings next year. So if you are interested in booking with me, do it soon. Get in touch. And if you know anyone in Central America getting married, let them know. I'd love to work with them. You can send them my website and stuff. But yeah. Do you have anything else you want to say? Mm-mm. What does the last thing say?
No.
Read it out loud. Just read it out loud.
I will not.
It says, smash that MF like button. I don't think Lid's going to be a normal thing in these YouTube videos because she hates doing this, but we really appreciate it. Follow along, Instagram, YouTube, I guess. In the meantime, up until January when we move, I'm going to be posting content on this channel, photography related, and then after that, it'll get into the nitty-gritty. Anything else you want to say? Oh, we're going to Honduras in August for a wedding, actually. So
yeah,
we'll get a little bit of a taste of that as well, which is going to be really fun. Anything else you want to add?
No.
Me neither.
Well then.
All right. Love you, bye. Love you, bye. You know, wave. Love you, bye.